All right, in this video, we're going to practice the notes or the skills from the previous notes, and hopefully you're able to fill in the blanks. I'm only going to show one example of each. Number one is going over the topic that was discussed here. So let's look at that. It's asking you to determine if the sides could form a triangle. So what to remember about that? You have to remember that when you find the sum of two side lengths, it has to be larger than the biggest side. So the first thing you want to do is look for what is the biggest side. So for example, number 1, 16, 21, and 39, the biggest side is 39. So we're going to add 16 plus 21, and it should be greater than 39. If you add 16 plus 21, that results in 36. And then if you compare it to 39, 36 is not greater than 39. So the answer for this is no. You cannot create a triangle with this three side lengths. So practice that on these other problems. The next part here is going over this part of your notes, which is finding a range for the third side. On this one, I'm going to do two examples. If they give you two side lengths, the way you can find that third side is by doing the difference, so 17 minus 4, and the sum, 17 plus 4. 17 minus 4 is 13, 17 plus 4 is 22. 21, actually, sorry. And when we write this as a range of answers, we're going to say that any number from 13 all the way to 21. Okay, let's apply that skill in problem number 11. So you have the side lengths 27 and 11, and we're going to subtract those and add those. 27 minus 11 is 16. 27 plus 11 is 38. So your range of answers are between 16 all the way to 38. So now if you look at these answers, 39 is not included because 39 is higher than 38. 17 is included because it's between these numbers. 35 is also included, and 22 as well. 16 cannot be included because it cannot be the same number. So these three right here, those are values that could work for a third side. In the next section, we have number 13 to 14 being ordered least to greatest, and 15 to 16 being ordered greatest to least. So I'm only going to go over one of these and then one of the others. Least to greatest meaning smallest to biggest. Let's look at the numbers. Smallest number here is 17, followed by 21, followed by 24. Now let's look at the angles that each one creates or is across. 17 is across the N, so that's angle N. 21 is across R, so that's angle R. And 24 is across Q, so that would be angle Q. So to answer this question, this is the correct order of the angles from least to greatest. Let's try now an example of greatest to least. So we have greatest to smallest, and greatest number here is 42, followed by 33, followed by 25. So right across 42, we have angle E. 33 has angle C, and 25 has angle D. So this is the correct order from greatest to least regarding the angles. All right, so try the others that I'm leaving blank, okay? Number 17 is something that was interesting to see students do. There were several methods of how students found this, but I'm going to show you the method that algebraically is what I'm hoping that you tried. So you have 3 points given, 0, 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's point B. And then we have 2, -5, and that's point C, and then negative 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, negative 1. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yep, and then that's D. So if we connect these, they form that triangle BCD. And as far as understanding how to order angle measures, we need to consider that we need the sides in least to greatest. So we need the side lengths to be specific. How can we find the side lengths given only points? We're going to be using the distance formula, square root of x minus x squared plus y minus y. And specifically, they're numbered x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, but as long as you put them in the correct order, you should be fine. So let's look at the combinations we can create here. B, C, D is the triangle. So you can do B to C, C to D, and D to B. So we're going to write those. We're going to write B to C, C to D, and D to B. Each one will create its own expression. So square root of the x's of B to C. B to C. 0 minus 2 squared plus the y's. B to C. So 6 minus negative 5 squared. C to D. C to D is the x's 2 minus negative 8 squared plus the y's. So that will be negative 5 minus negative 1 squared. D to B will be negative 8 minus 0 squared plus negative 1 minus 6 squared. So it is very time consuming to type these in the calculator, but it's doable. So I'm going to just type these in the calculator, and we have square root of 0 minus 2 squared plus 6 minus negative 5 squared, and that's one of them. Then we're going to do square root 2 minus negative 8 squared plus negative 5 minus negative 1 squared. That's the other one. And then the last one is square root of negative 8 minus 0 squared plus negative 1 minus 6 squared. And that's the other one. So we're going to have the side lengths for BC be 11.18, and then CD will be 10.77, and then DB is going to be 10.63. All right, so now that we have the side lengths, we can label them here if it makes it easier. So B to C is 11.18. C to D is 10.77. And then DB, it's 10.63. And if they want the least to greatest, we're going to look at the smallest side length. So starting with this, we're going to say side length DB, 10.63, followed by CD, and then followed by BC. So this is the order of the side lengths from least to greatest. So now let's look across from them and find what angle is across from them. So DB is the smallest, so across from it is angle C. So angle C is the smallest. CD is across from angle B, so that's angle B. And then BC is the biggest, so it's across from angle D. So these are the angles in order from least to greatest. All right, let's try another example here. This is asking you to order from least to greatest on these two. and greatest to least on these two. So I'm going to do one of each. If you are being asked for the sides, most likely they're giving you the angles. So this has a missing angle, and to do that calculation, we got to add the two angles we're given, and then the answer will be subtracted from 180. So 51 plus 92. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, so it's 143. And if you subtract that from 180, we're going to get, let's see, 37. So 37 is the degrees that are there. Now they want least to greatest, so because they want smallest to biggest, smallest angle is C, 37 degrees. So right across from that, it's AB, followed by 51. 51 is across AC, and 92 is the biggest. So across from that is BC. So that's the order, least to greatest. On the next one, we're looking at greatest to least, these two. So this one, same thing, it's missing an angle. Let's add 60 and 57. And then let's subtract that from 180. So we're going to have 117 being subtracted from 180. And that will result in 63. 63 degrees. So because they want it in greatest to least, we're going to do big to small. Biggest angle here is 63. So across from that is ST, followed by 60, which is RT, followed by 57, which is RS. That's the order of the side lengths from biggest to smallest, greatest to least. All right, on the next one, I believe I'm just going to do these two as well, so you can try the others. And QR is being compared to RS. QR is this one, and it's across 121. RS is this one, and it's across 123. So if you compare 121 and 123, 121 is less than 123. So QR is less than RS. This one, it's saying angle FJG. FJG. So this way and then that way. So that creates this angle right here. And across from that is 12. HJG. So HJG. So it's this angle. And across from that is 13. So even though they look like 90 degrees, don't assume that. They're not equal because 12 is less than 13. So therefore, angle FJG is less than angle HJG. All right, so try these examples right here, following these. And that's it. That's your practice for that page.